The reason his fans are calling his party demonic is because it is. You can see that from the atmosphere of the party alone. The low dim lights, the assorted candles everywhere, and models being used as a sushi tray for celebrities. All of it screams a cult, and it looks like some disturbing sex ritual. The party instantly reminded me of Marina Abramovich's spirit cooking parties. I have spoken about Marina's party for the elite several times in the past on this channel, and it looks exactly like Kanye's party. At Marina's spirit cooking parties, she had bodies laying on tables while the elite mingled around them. The only difference is Marina made food-shaped human bodies, and people were eating the bodies instead of eating from it. Marina Abramovich is one of the biggest occultists in the industry. I previously made a full video on Marina long ago, but I think an updated video is needed. If you guys would like to see that, comment Marina below. Interestingly enough, Kanye and Marina knew each other, as Kim Kardashian was often hanging out with Marina while Kim was married to Kanye. Kanye also seems to have a relationship with Marina, as back in 2013, he even compared himself to Marina, letting the world know he wanted to be just like the occultists. The reason Marina and Kanye had similar type of parties was because what they were really hosting was a black mass. A black mass is a satanic ritual done by Satanists to mock God. During a black mass, they use the clothless back of a woman as an altar in a dark room that's only lit up with candles.
These are 4 movies that expose the truth about reality. They always put the truth in plain sight, and especially movies. So watch to the very end and see which movie has the most truth in it. For number 1, we got They Live. This movie is about a man that was able to put on shades and see life for what it truly was. This also represents waking up and seeing the world for what it actually is. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is true but scary at the same time. Leave a like on this video if you already feel like you're wearing these glasses. And you know I had to include The Matrix. This movie reveals that most people are living in a false reality full of lies and control. And everybody can either wake up to the truth or stay asleep. But if you decide to wake up, you'll see how corrupt the world truly is. And most people don't even know.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
This movie also talks about being the chosen one, because all the chosen ones are different and have special gifts. Comment chosen if you feel like you're the chosen one. Next, y'all, we got Avatar. First, it reveals the concept of traveling to different worlds and taking the form of an avatar. And you do the exact same thing every time you dream, and if you look in the mirror, you are your own avatar that you customize every single day. Now, the director of this movie said that your imagination creates reality. So the world that he created was an example of how powerful your imagination is. And since he brought it to reality, that proves that you can do the same thing. And last but not least, y'all, we got Doctor Strange. This movie shares the importance of going within yourself to unlock your full potential. And separating from your ego is the key to unlocking this potential. But not everybody believes that it's there.
There is no such thing as spirit.
But once you open your mind and tap in with yourself, you realize how powerful you truly are. And that's when you become aware to all the possibilities life has to offer. Comment your favorite movie down below and follow me for more. Y'all stay conscious.
You think you understand political parties? Drop full of crap. You don't know what the Illuminati is. If you're Republican or you're Democrat, you're wrong. Why? It's this easy. It's called divide and conquer. That's why there's 2 parties and only 2. And they're controlled by the same people at the very top who belong to the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberger Group. They also belong to the Trilateral Commission, and you people don't even know what the hell that is. But if you did know, you would know that these are the people that control your world by making global policies that you never vote on, and by which parties both serve and belong to these organizations and control your world. Now, here's how it works. Really easy. Divide and conquer can only work if the people that are divided are not aware of the falsely created division. If you're not aware of it, then it works. If you know about it, then it don't work no more. If you have socialism without capitalism, it becomes communism.
When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, "They gonna get you. They gonna get you."
So let me stop you there. You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients.
Yeah.
Who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say you cured them.
Sure. So when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives. You are charged with practicing medicine without a license, selling product not approved by the FDA, and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases. I said, yes. Well, you are making a fraudulent claim. I asked the detective, how do you know that?
You were telling people in your through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness, diabetes, paralysis, and others.
Okay, so they come knocking on the door and...
So knocked on my door and took me to jail. So while I was in jail, I'm saying, I wonder what defense they would have against me.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in jail. And I'm happy. When I got out of jail and when I went in front of the judge, I asked 3 questions.
You defended yourself.
Of course I did.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it a fact that the Holy Bible teaches that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said yes. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based, and to complement a carbon-based body, you must have a carbon-based substance to complement it, because the body only accepts a substance through the process of chemical affinity. Last question. Your Honor, is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, the man that established the principle of medical science today, cured every disease known to man?
You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case.
The very, very beginning of this court procedure, it was the police coming in, bursting in to arrest Sabi, and he said, "I knew you were coming. I knew you were coming." And they tried to set him up in so many ways. The phones were recorded, were being tapped. All of the phones were being tapped.
There was surveillance. Like till this day, I still, anytime I hear a tick 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 on that phone,
we know it's being recorded. And we just tell them we know you're recording us, because the lawyer had played what they were recording.
Is it true that he died from pneumonia? Because you said you spoke to your father the night before he died.
I spoke to him about 3 days before he had passed.
Okay.
You know, and I wouldn't be able to say from that conversation that he passed from pneumonia. No, not based on the information that I've obtained. But I wouldn't be able to attest that he died of pneumonia. Besides, we had a confession, and so no, I don't believe that.
You had a confession?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A confession as to like how he actually died, or
as to how someone participated in his death. It's an ongoing investigation right now, and I'm very happy that that person came to us to let us know what their part was in it and why, and we appreciate that. But it's an ongoing investigation as to what happened. And no, it wasn't pneumonia.
Wow.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Today I'd like to bring to your attention a potential fraud on an enormous scale happening in your county. There's now clear evidence of NASA using numerous methods to grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station. During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, the use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen, green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses, and even astronauts appearing out of thin air. This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage? Now, unfortunately, I can't show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Moving on, outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space? I once questioned astronaut Scott Kelly about this phenomenon. His body language and answers only created more questions. In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they train for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica. Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space, because that sure would be something, wouldn't it? I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going. And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program. And look, I know what you're all thinking. The NASA is part of the federal government and you're just county commissioners. Even if what I'm saying is true, what can you do? But let me remind you, not only is this happening in your county, as public officials, you have the platform and the ability to make a statement or hold a press conference, alerting the public, state, and federal authorities to investigate further. You have the power to start the conversation. Video evidence of everything I described today will be emailed to you all, and I truly hope we can get to the bottom of this. I look forward to the day that $3 billion annual budget is put toward